James plays game
with me.
Hey guys, do you remember Dragon Slayer?
Yeah, the one that was broken and then you had to actually play the actual game? That one?
Yeah.
Wasn't it
Yeah, okay.
Dragon Lair?
No, that's the porn parody. This is the cartoon by Don Bluth and RDI, Rick Dyer
Oh.
Industries.
I really thought it was Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair, but Dragon Lair is the porn parody.
Oh, no, okay. See, I thought you said Dragon Slayer.
Oh. Is this like a Who's on First bit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I generally thought you said Dragon Slayer, and I'm like, wasn't it Dragon's Lair? Anyway, sorry about that.
This is the sequel to Dragon's Lair, but it's not Dragon's Lair 2. This is Space Ace. And it's like Dragon's Lair, except completely different, because it's in space.
Like
And
Time Gal.
In space.
I'm in space. Space.
Space.
But yeah, as Callie had mentioned, I tried to do a more authentic playthrough. Well, I guess that's not the best term. A more full image version of the game, because these cut off the top and bottom to make it widescreen. But I don't want to mess with that and run into another problem like last time, so we're going straight into the Dragon's Lair trilogy on GOG. And we're not doing Dragon's Lair 2 today, we're doing Space Ace.
Because that was the actual next one, right?
I believe that's the order it went. And as it says,
Was
we...
it?
Oh, don't make me second guess this now. I'm somebody who does not have to tab out a full screen can go check it.
Yeah, I'm already working on it.
But Space Ace is... As it says, you play as Ace, and you have a sexy princess, and you have to defeat an evil person. It's very much like Dragon's Lair, except space. But the
Yeah,
difference...
Space Ace did come first.
Okay, good. So, the gimmick here is that instead of just like directions and action, you also have like a power-up button. Because if you see over here on the bottom right, this is like a wimpy, more child version of Ace, and you power him up into Super Ace. And I guess you have to choose the right times to do that.
Oh, like All Might.
Okay, so there was a year and a half between Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, but then there was another, 6 years after Space Ace before Dragon's Lair 2 came out.
Okay.
'Cause it came out in the 90s, and Ace was, early 80s.
Arcade cabinet will leave off. Cadet, Captain, Ace, Cadet... I guess this is the hardest difficulty. We're not going to worry about
Probably.
that. We're just looking to kind of show off the experience. So maybe I'll do Captain. Right in the middle. And play the game. One day I do think we will return to the Daphne emulator for a bunch of other games, but we'll go with what definitely is hopefully gonna possibly work correctly.
Stealing some Star Trek phaser sounds there.
There's Bor's ship.
And as you
So
see,
the
like,
voice... I was going to say, the voice of Dexter is actually a very prolific animator.
oh, energy. Oh, not fast enough. So we do have like the prompts at the bottom telling us what button we're supposed to push.
How did
Being
he fall
on
in space?
Huh?
How did he fall in space?
Because it's space.
He's on a planet with gravity.
Oh. I thought he was like on an asteroid or something.
Oh, wrong button.
Well, that didn't last long.
Oh. No, not like All Might. He's Shazam.
Or He-Man. Well, I guess He-Man was kind of buff before transforming too. He was more clothed.
Yeah. The clothes are what are holding him back.
Being on Captain, the window is a little bit tighter, and I just... You get a little
You're not
frantic.
too far in. You can go back and change your mind.
The way the
No.
alien guy comes on screen and laughs when you lose reminds me of Legend of Zelda 2: Link's Adventure. Whenever you die, it's like, Ganon returns.
The problem with the prompts... I pushed the wrong thing again.
Also, you forgot to turn on infinite lives.
I didn't see an option. Was that... Okay, we'll check again.
I thought there was.
Okay, if I go to play game... This is all I have.
Damn. Well,
Really? It doesn't, like, just go to infinite on one of those directions?
Nope, I can choose between 3 and 5.
Alright, go with 5.
Yeah,
That's what we were
And
on.
Switch to Cadet.
Cadet, you think? Okay.
Yeah.
There's Bor's ship.
So I both like and dislike having the prompts down there because obviously knowing what to pick helpful.
but I feel like looking down there is hard to see.
Yeah, and it's also I'm not getting to see like any of the movie.
It's like when you play a rhythm game and there's some really cool things happening on screen.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, man, I wish I could look at any of that.
Like the Final Fantasy Remake games.
So if I push the wrong button, it's either because I'm just feeling too twitchy, like I got a lot of twitchy energy of like, oh, I gotta make sure I'm on the ball here, and I'm just getting overexcited and hitting the wrong button.
Is it
Or
also
I'm-
maybe because it's so faint?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
So the difference here is like in
And also
Dragon's Lair, the thing that you wanted to move towards lit up, and in this one it just shows the direction on the bottom.
Oh no, this is how it was in Dragon's Lair on this version as well.
It's been a while, so.
But yeah, so just if I hit the wrong button or I miss a button, it's because I'm just getting too excited and hitting something preemptively. Or I take my eyes off of this for half a second so I can see what's going on with the animation.
There are some games where the most efficient way to play them requires not playing the game. Like in this one, it's like, don't watch the screen, just watch that arrow. In Dredge, it's don't ever interact with any of the scary stuff, just sleep all the time and you win.
In Night Trap, it's switch between all the cameras and ignored the story.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is once I edit this, I'll be able to see all the adventure for myself.
In Dark Souls, it's don't talk to anyone so they can all live.
That's all. I'll save you, Kimmy. Get me out of here.
So her name is Kimmy, and
Uh,
did you say
Kimberly.
Kimberly?
Yep.
Okay. And did you say that his name is Dexter?
Yes.
And he turns into Ace.
Yes.
That
And
sounds
the
accurate.
alien is Borf.
Yeah,
Of course, it is.
natural.
That's a very Don Bluth enemy name.
Don Bluth actually also voices Borf.
What's your favorite Don Bluth film?
American Tail, Fievel Goes West.
Callie?
Probably Thumbelina.
I was gonna say that one. I thought you were gonna say Troll in Central.
Okay,
Park
I
or
couldn't
something
see too well. Did he use the power of
No.
his ass to break free?
Yes.
Okay.
He basically made himself too buff to be contained in the tube.
Okay.
So in essence, yes, he used his ass.
Little Kreba would be proud. Double checking to see if the movie is Don Bluth.
What movie?
It's a secret, Matt. It's a secret.
I say I
Pebble and the
could
Penguin. Yes.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I think though my favorite is The Land Before Time. I don't know if a movie has ever made me sadder than that movie.
Okay, well, how much do you cringe every time they announce there's a new sequel?
None?
I think we're up to 14 now.
Wait. Oh, okay. I thought I just died. I'm on a roll so far. For right now.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I love that you're doing that and we're busy talking about movies.
Yeah, nobody's watching what's happening on screen.
No, I'm watching it.
We're just also having a discussion while it happens.
It's hard to talk about things happening in the game because they happen too fast.
Oh, I pushed 2 buttons at once by accident.
The last Land Before Time sequel was 14, Journey of the Brave, back in February 2016.
That's quite a while. They're probably done now.
I wasn't fast enough.
Game over.
That's
Well,
all right, we
before
can
that,
continue.
the last one was 2007, so there's a good
Your dark side.
9-year
9
difference.
years. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's still opportunity.
Okay, was that evil Dexter?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's definitely evil Dexter.
It's a dark clone who's also voiced by Don Bluth.
Wear your dark side.
Every good hero needs an exact replica of him that is different colors.
So basically, anyone that's not Dexter, Kimberly, or the narrator is voiced by Don Bluth or Ace.
Kimberly should have been voiced by Don Bluth. Why can I not get this?
I will say, so far, this one's less horny.
You wear your dark side.
I mean,
Say that, but
the original wasn't that horny either. It was just her appearance was horny.
And every way she moved and spoke.
Well, that they put that to the villain this time.
You wear your dark side.
He's
Games.
very
The
sexy.
series has spawned 14 spin-off games. This is Land Before Time. 8 for PC, 1 for Game Boy Color, 2 for Game Boy Advance, and 3 for the original PlayStation.
Was that Land Before Time or Dragon
Yeah.
Slayer?
Land Before Time.
Land
Yeah.
Before Time.
Oh, he just shot himself in the dick.
I don't think he cared.
I don't think Callie
What's your
cares either.
lives, James?
Dexter!
Do you think the reason a lot of
Ooh.
animated heroes of this time were very wacky and cowardly-ish, so that they could do more dramatic and zany movements in animation?
Maybe?
I think having a more doofy hero does feel maybe more in line with zany antics. But it's hard to say if that's true or not, or if I'm just kind of used to it. Because we are seeing, big buff hero guy getting screwed over, too. Going through zany antics.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's still the same person, so he's still Zane. You're not saying, like, it's just, it lends itself well to very fluid motions and stuff.
Whoa! What? Ooh. Dexter! Dexter! Whoa! No!
Okay, let me try to get this time. Okay, no, that's really tight.
Whoa! What? Ooh. Dexter!
We might be getting, the further in we are, the smaller the window is for inputs.
I mean, yeah, you want to make the game harder as you go, right?
Dexter!
Maybe.
Dexter, you're late.
Call me Ace, huh? Papa.
Oh, that's not the right button. Oh!
Oh god, you killed them both.
We won! They rode off into heaven.
Yeah, they're
Ashes
no,
to
game over.
ashes,
It's
dust
just like
to
Grease.
dust.
Whoa! What? Ooh. Dexter!
Dexter!
Sounds like a bad take from Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Or the Showtime show. Dexter, stop being a serial killer.
Ooh. Dexter!
No, those are different takes. I thought at first they were just repeating it.
Dexter! Dexter, you're late.
Gosh darn. I'm too excited. This is a very exciting game.
You heard the man. You cannot win.
I think I would want to watch this at like 3/4 speed to actually understand everything happening on screen.
I'm just gonna spam spacebar for that one because I cannot get it
Are you
consistently.
allowed to?
I think so.
Guess you're gonna find out.
I think this is one of those games where you can spam the inputs without
There we go. Yeah.
without consequence.
Gosh, I pushed the wrong button that time.
Whoa! What? Ooh. Dexter!
The energy in the animation is very good. I think that kind of goes without saying when it comes to Don Bluth animation. It's excellent stuff. And just all the action that's going on,
Call me Ace, huh? Papa.
I'll walk.
it does, really
The Infanta Ray is about to be
make
fired.
me anxious. Like, I'm feeling that frenetic energy as I'm doing this.
Center the complex.
Can you get
So
us in
it's
there?
doing its job of
No one here? Yes, and he's geared for battle.
just putting that pressure on me.
Let's say we shoot Dwarf with his own Infanta Ray.
Why, yes.
Would say we have dinner tonight.
Can I just point out that she looks like Thumbelina?
He
Watch out,
does.
Dwarf, old buddy. Here we come.
That's because Don Bluth only knows how to draw like 3 different people.
Come on. Use the aqua booms.
You know, the Aqua Blades.
The Aqua Bluths.
In the tank.
But just like Dragon's Lair, from what I'm seeing here in the scenes and stuff, it is just almost like a lot of random
Come on.
nonsense.
Yeah,
Like it
that's
just
what games are.
throws everything into its designs.
Come on. Use the aqua booms.
That said, the only thing that's really made me feel like they took something directly from Dragon's Lair is when we were flying around the area with those like space
Come on.
balls.
Straight ahead.
Reminded me of when Dirk was running away from the billiard balls, the giant ones.
The ones you kept getting squished on because you were too early.
Oh yeah. And those monsters just now kind of remind me of a monster from Dragon's Lair. Good lord.
Dexter, the Infanta want to raise.
She didn't even get to
The
finish her line.
Avantaways what?
Are we winning? I literally can't tell.
Are you
yes?
winning, son?
I am hyper focused on these,
You're alive, and that's all that's needed.
but it won't end.
I think you're getting close. Oh no, he's a baby.
Oh, Dexter.
He's
Yeah, it's an infantile ray.
Horrible. Can we keep him?
Call me Ace, huh?
Hey.
we did it.
Yeah, when you just adopt your enemy. Super butts.
Yeah, I had to
In
differentiate.
space!
Had to differentiate it from my last one.
Butts.
So.
That's where
Okay.
there's just butts repeated.
It makes sense as an arcade game that you really want to put the squeeze on the player so that they screw up, have to spend more quarters, all that stuff. But, my goodness, I really wish that this had time to breathe. You know
Time
what I
to
mean?
breathe, and
Yeah.
also so you could see what was happening.
Yeah,
or
just-
like even at the end, maybe like then you could watch it.
Being able to take it all in would be nice. And, you know, this is the point of... In the original arcade version, I don't know if those prompts or similar prompts were there. You saw some things in this and in Dragon's Lair where there's flashing yellow spots.
Yeah.
And you're more supposed to kind of, like, use intuition to determine what you're supposed to press.
You think that's why video games with QuickTime events switched it so that like a button appears in the middle of the screen? So you could actually watch what's going on.
I'm sure that played a big part in it. I also remember, I want to say it was God of War 3. It kind of like lit up a side of the screen that corresponded with the face button to push, as well as the image prompt. So like as you're watching what's going on screen, you could kind of see out of the corner of your eye, oh, the right side lit up, so I should hit the right face button, which would be circle.
Be valiant, space warrior. The fate of Earth is in your hands.
So that's what you would have seen at the beginning of the arcade. And then you should, yeah, if I do watch game, it should just play the whole
Yeah, you just watch it.
video. Oh, no, I gotta go by scene.
Well, no, you might be able to just choose
Oh,
what
play
part
all.
to start at. Yeah.
Play all deaths off. There we go. So, that was the sequel to Dragon's Lair. It feels very
Well, it's
much...
funny that it still flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's it right there in the animation, I'm pretty sure. It feels very much like a space version of Dragon's Lair. And everything from the gameplay to just like the premise of you're going through just all these just almost random things being thrown at you. So I could see why, you know, like Dragon's Lair had a lot of success at the start when it first came out. People lost interest after they, you know, figured everything out. And then this comes out and it didn't really spark the same excitement as Dragon's Lair did because it doesn't feel
Oh, hey,
different
this is
enough.
mirrored from what you played.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, Dragon's
Well,
Lair did that too.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair did that too, where scenes would be mirrored sometimes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Just for like the video
don't know.
playback, it went with the other one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Request permission to land. Aha! Borf is here.
So yeah, I think I feel the same way that a lot of people might have in 1983 or 84, whenever this came out, where
84.
it just wasn't enough to. It was very much more the same, kind of underwhelming, and also, if I have to choose between sci-fi and fantasy, I go with fantasy every time. So a sci-fi setting is not as interesting to me.
True. Kind of surprising that this wouldn't have taken on more, because by this point Star Wars is in its heyday.
Maybe that's why they went with space. I'm watching some of these scenes right now. I'm like, did I play this part?
Yeah. Like I said, it seems like you had an entirely mirrored experience from what they're showing.
Well, not even it being mirrored. I just like so focused on the inputs that I don't recognize
That
the
James
scene.
didn't even perceive what he was seeing.
Yeah. But what's everybody else's thoughts here on...
I kind of preferred this one, but that's just because I like the female better in this one.
There's also a lot of less repeated scenes.
Well, that was because of my
Yeah.
expert gameplay.
Well, no,
I
I mean,
Oh, like
go ahead, Michael.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one better too. I think the character is more interesting. How he was turned into a kid and he like flashes back to his normal self to like fight at points. Yeah, I like this one more. I like the characters more. The villain actually felt like, well, I guess the villain in the first game was just a dragon. Villain actually felt like a character.
Yeah, I guess as far as characters go, there's... I mean, Dirk never said anything
That's
except
just
for
the Death
screams.
Star. Yeah, this is Star Wars.
Yeah, and Dexter / Ace actually talks, and they interact with Kimberly, so there's that back and forth. So you get more out of the main character, and you get more out of the female side character because she's
Also,
more involved, and they have
game
like
wasn't
more back and
broken.
forth. Yeah, but that was the fault of the emulation.
Yeah.
More specifically, it was the fault of the copy of the game I was trying to run. But I figured, yeah, I wasn't going to mess around with that. I do have what's supposed to be like an upscaled 1080 resolution version of Space Ace and Dragon's Lair 2. I just figured, let's just go with this and not mess around. And I don't think I mind it being cut off on the top and bottom. I think a lot of everything that's going on is well centered in frame and everything.
One thing I've said about this, which is true for a lot of classic animation, is it just holds up really well.
Oh yeah, it's
So-
gorgeous
Like, it just
animation.
looks great.
It just, everything happens like 1 second at a time.
Yeah, shut off his dick again.
Are you sure that it's cut off at the top and bottom and that it wasn't just zoomed in on the arcade for the 4x3?
It shouldn't
That's
be.
the same thing.
No, I mean it should have definitely been. There's stuff at the top and bottom that we are currently not seeing. That it is cut off.
You're late.
Yeah, that makes sense. I look at the composition of this. and-
Thanks. I'll walk.
Yeah, for sure.
Dexter, the Infanto Ray is about to be fired at Earth.
Also, Callie, do you think you like her more because she's a redhead?
Center the complex.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly why. Not just because she's
No,
not a sleazy
not
bimbo.
just because of that. I was just adding it as like another possibility.
I mean, probably nostalgia-wise, I like her design a little bit better because it does remind me of Thumbelina, but... Like, I didn't dislike the design of the other fucking bitch. I just really thought she was annoying.
They were going for a certain type, and this is definitely not.
Oh, they
that type.
achieved it.
What the
They
hell?
achieved the type last
I
time.
actually don't remember this one.
Yeah, I don't think I remember this.
Okay, so it's not just me, Matt.
Hmm?
Did
Yeah,
I remember
this-
Was I on
No,
rocket skates?
Nope. There are definitely some extra things that weren't,
Come on.
Yeah, you
They were
went
just
straight to
so
here.
good.
Well then.
Black eel is in the tank.
Those look like the eels from Little Mermaid.
And I get what you're saying about like the villain character being like you're seeing more of the villain, like their personality and like their involvement rather than just being a dragon at the end. What the?
Also, the bad guy here looks like one of the aliens from Space Jam.
He kind of does, yeah.
Just the energy of all of this is just...
Yeah, you feel the hits.
I'm not even playing anymore, and I'm still feeling like that anxious of all of this. I keep seeing like the flashing. I'm like, what do I do?
They've trained you.
You just bonk him on the head. I love this giant space station just has regular, like, rope. Not a cable or anything that you swing from. It's just a rope.
Space rope. Okay, so the villain had a turn you into a baby ray.
Yeah, that's what happened to Ace.
And that got reflected
back at him and he turned into a baby.
Okay.
Isn't he adorable? Can we keep him?
Call me Ace, huh?
And that's the end again. Okay.
I think I also really like the ending better.
Yeah. I think in general this was a much better video overall.
Well, I'll be curious to see what Dragon's Lair 2 has to offer when we eventually get there. To see, like, revisiting, you know, we went from Fantasyland to space, we went to, like, 2 separate stories. Then we'll be revisiting the world of Dragon's Lair years later, where they had a lot of time to kind of think about things. The whole scene had changed. Meaning, like, the whole, like, video game scene. The landscape.
I mean, just kind of look at the difference of the Layer 2 cabinet to the Dragon's Lair and Ace cabinet.
So, that's not going to be for today. That will be for another day in the future. We will do
really
it,
funny
though.
It would have been really funny if they just titled it Dragon's Lair 3.
Confuse everybody.
Yeah.
Dragon's Lair 2 Space Ace, or Space Ace subtitle Dragon's Lair 2. And then, no, yeah, they could do the whole Rambo thing. So it's Dragon's Lair 2, Space Ace, Dragon's Lair, Dragon's Lair, Space Ace subtitle is Dragon's Lair 2, then Space Ace 2, Dragon's Lair 2, or 3. Or so, I don't know, I can't remember how... Rambo, it was First Blood, then it was Rambo First Blood 2.
Rambo First Blood's 2, and then it
Rambo
went like Rambo 3.
Okay. So it would actually be Space Ace 2. Just Space Ace 2. Or, yeah.
No, it'd be Space Ace, Dragon's Lair 2, and then Space Ace 3.
Oh, giving me a headache.
Yeah. I think that's a good note to end on, us trying to figure out how to call things there. So bye, everybody.